MrBeast like hated this video. He watched it. He said he hated it.
Situation could become a complete disaster for MrBeast's
So let's see.
brand. However, it may also provide some unique benefits. So let's begin by going over the drama before explaining exactly how this will impact the MrBeast channel. In mid-2022, fans began to notice that Chris Tyson was changing. In the early days, he represented the quintessential southern gun and truck loving dude.
Yeah.
Beginning in March 2022, Chris began to display increasingly feminine traits,
Karl
making
effect.
tweets such as, "I finally got my nails done at a nail tech." Additionally, Chris would highlight that his facial appearance had changed significantly since the start of the pandemic, which accompanied another post reading, "Okay, so in 4 different customs, I had to prove I was myself because I, quote, look nothing like my passport pic, so much that
I still see it. Like, what is that? Okay, I'm sorry.
Do you see any resemblance?" Prompting replies such as, "You went from man to boy." Chris responded by stating, "Nah, to be honest, I just really started taking my mental health seriously and eating better." Yet his Twitter photos kept insinuating that Chris was becoming more feminine, with this same kind of look showing up in his MrBeast appearances.
And the react
For example,
ones,
on the 6th of January 2023, Beast Reacts uploaded a video titled "I strapped a GoPro to a fish," in which Chris dressed in a way that prompted comments such as, "Chris has been adopting more and more traits that remind me of my grandmother." Okay, so some people just gonna ignore Chris's nails? Chris had to have lost a bet. The look is getting wild. The response to the video then prompted countless viral TikToks, such as this one with 700,000 likes, stating, "How did Chris go from this to this?"
Okay, so far not bad.
Made the claim that Karl
Surely nothing bad happens in this video.
Now, this was pretty ridiculous, as Karl isn't even that feminine, and
I thought
Chris
it was a
had
new
come
style
out as
too.
bisexual years before he and Karl had even met. The true catalyst for Chris Tyson's feminization instead seemed to
people are hating on him because like he left his wife or whatever. But I've seen like he posted a tweet, and SunnyV2 might show how like I think the kid's name is Tyson or some shit. Maybe like he's like Tyson has a good like father, like I'm still protecting, like I'm still like taking care of him, blah blah blah, like he loves me, I love him, something like that.
From his marriage. In January 2022, Chris would post a photo with his wife to his Instagram, yet after this, the family photo stopped altogether.
Yeah, they got a divorce.
Fans also noticed that he'd removed his wedding ring, with the ring's absence correlating perfectly with the very first post in which he'd painted his nails.
That's crazy.
Chris confirmed the split in a post from March
The investigation is wild.
reading, "For a little over a year now, me and Katie have been separated," with this also confirming that Chris's transformation began as soon as his marriage came to an end. Chris went from lighting campfires and raising a family with his beautiful wife to now trying to be a wife with his man buns and long nails. As the criticism continued to pile, Chris announced that he'd be taking a break from social
unfortunate.
media. And while there was a possibility that Chris would make efforts to return to his
It's
former
so
self,
interesting to me. I guess he's just like reformed. He had a Sneeko moment. He went from like saying slurs and posting outlandish stuff on Twitter to just like trans. And hey, if that's what he wants to do, I'm surprised. He's probably like technically he's probably suppressing it or some shit.
The opposite and doubled down on his feminine image, showing up to the Kids' Choice Awards looking like this before making the announcement that he'd been doing HRT for approximately 2 months, which according to a quick Google search is the medical process for changing
Okay, I don't understand.
genders.
I don't understand. What does HRT do? Does it make you like start thinking like a girl or something? No, it doesn't. Like, do you like start like you don't like start growing boobas from it, right? Or like you don't like your parts aren't changing. You'd have to do surgery for that. I don't understand. Like, what's the point of HRT? Why can't you just like be like, oh, I'm a girl now? Like, I don't understand. I don't know.
Chris would expand on this by stating, "Informed consent HRT
it's a little hypocritical.
Others' lives. The hurdles."
And honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't like miss the old Chris because old Chris has been gone ever since MrBeast changed his formula to the D-Jenny. Like, hey guys, hey everybody, look at me. Oh my gosh, we're on an island, and like keep watching because I'm gonna give away this island and there's challenges. Like once it started getting like that and really crazy instead of like their old challenge videos, like Chris changed, MrBeast changed, Chandler changed, everyone changed. The old has
people had
been
to
gone
jump
for a long
through
time.
To get life-saving, gender-affirming healthcare in a first world country is wild to me. Just let people make informed decisions about their own bodies, which received a positive response
Saved
from
his
both
life.
Karl and MrBeast, who wrote, "Got you, I did one more heart than Karl because I'm a better friend." While his co-workers expressed positivity, others weren't so welcoming. There goes a father figure the kid won't ever be able to look up to. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Weak man times.
What are we cooking? Wait, good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times, but then hard times create strong men create good times. So it's just a circle?
Chris
like he's just
responded to this comment
that don't
by
make no
stating,
sense,
"This
bro.
is just
What are we
more dog
cooking?
whistling that somehow trans and GNC folks aren't safe around
So it's gonna
kids.
keep going in
Tucker
a circle,
begs for me to
right?
come back when I leave for
Yeah,
like 2
Tucker,
days
that's the
to
name.
film. He is so
Yeah, this is
beloved
yeah,
and
this is it.
happy. Kids aren't born with hate, it's taught by people like you.
True.
And my child will only know love. I know I'm going to be a great parent, and so is
I mean,
every
he already
other
is a
person
parent.
who puts the love of their child before everything. I made this decision because I wanted to show up as my best and happiest self for him. In a way, this was for Tucker. Chris's response received some
Interesting.
positivity such as, "I'm convinced you're an amazing father. Tucker is lucky to have you and also lucky to have all of those who surround and support you in his life, as well as I adore that, I'm glad you made that decision. It's so much easier to be a
Is
parental
that like a
figure
fur con or something for new?
when you're not
For
struggling with
2023?
dysphoria, yet he'd also receive an equal amount of backlash. You ripped apart your family and took a father figure away from your son just so you could paint your nails and act zesty.
Okay, dude, that's
He will
insane.
get torn apart
That's
at
a
school,
crazy
won't wanna have
comment.
friends around his house. A life full of difference and being alone. Must have missed the point in that
This
tweet.
vid is called "Why Chris Will Soon Be a Nightmare for MrBeast." Actually, you don't even know the video because you're watching it right now with
How's
YouKnowNate.
this for him when they're depriving him of a father figure?
Yeah, Jake,
Although Chris wasn't
yeah.
altered by these comments, as he'd once again reiterate his certainty in a new post reading, "It's never too late to start being
I haven't
yourself,"
even seen these.
which
I'm not
received
following
praise
him.
from MrBeast as well as Nolan and Karl. However, these
YouTube.
comments also added extra fuel to the fire. In a few years, look back at this thread and remember they were never your friends. Only yes men cowards. Hope you come out of this safe.
Holy shit.
MrBeast responded to this with a simple opinion irrelevant ratio,
Easy.
to which the original commenter would state, "I have 30 followers, so go ahead and ratio me.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
still rest easy knowing that I'm not a coward who idly sits by watching my friend ruin his own life."
What do you guys think? Is Chris ruining his own life or not? I don't know. Here's my take, right? You can do whatever you want with your life. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm just watching this because it's lore. It's YouTube drama. It's Twitter drama, whatever. I do not care what you do as long as you are not negatively like harming someone. Sure, you could say this is negatively affecting someone, but me buying a phone is negatively affecting someone. Like in China, like the little sweatshops or whatever, you know what I mean? Or the kids working day in and day out. Like that's negatively affecting someone. But am I harming? Okay, who knows? It's a long thing, but is Chris harming anybody? Maybe. Harming himself. You could go on an endless spiral, but it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. I'm trying to push this out. Yeah, he's literally just doing his own thing. I looked it up. It doesn't really explain a lot. What it does, it just gives you estrogen. Has a lot of side effects. Interesting. Yeah, nah, the judging is insane.
It was nice to see the boys standing up for Chris on
I just find it very interesting. It has to be studied. His old tweets compared to now. Like, if that's not proof that a lot of like gay people are like resenting like the gay side of them, but like they know it's the true self, and like there's no other proof than like Chris's old tweets.
Twitter. However, the situation has already begun to change the dynamic within
boy,
the videos.
dislikes aren't even
For
a thing
example, in
anymore,
recent
bro.
live stream titled "Opening 1,000 Mystery Art Boxes," Chris would once again dress in.
I heard this video, this live stream was very
everybody
awkward.
Participated as
Yeah,
usual.
like
The
actually,
energy and vibe.
and I don't even think this is a hateful comment. I heard like my friends were telling me the streams is very awkward, and it also has to do with the fact that MrBeast's videos are really fast and all over the place. Like, so a live stream where they're sitting down and it's not scripted is going to be completely different.
Smooth as it normally does.
Which
It felt
is
as though there
fair.
was an unaddressed elephant in the room, and therefore everybody was in their head, as opposed to being in the present moment enjoying each other's company. Maybe everybody was simply too busy
I need a big
opening
boy.
packages.
Where
But Chris
is it?
did make these bizarre jokes about Jimmy being female, making him incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh my God, Jimmy, look, they drew you. Jimmy, they drew you so well. It looks just like you.
Ooh, ew. Ooh, that's
Oh my
bad.
God, it's Jimmy.
How did fan art? This is what we were looking for. Be brave, be honest, be kind, Mr. Beast. That is my tagline.
Becoming even weirder when each member started to pay each other compliments.
Hey, nice shirt. Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Hey, nice shirt.
Thanks, dude. Nice shirt.
Thanks. Nice shirt.
Nice shoes.
For the most part, the live stream.
Okay, that's not bad. Where's the big boy clip, dude?
However, it would act as
I don't know if he. Oh, golly, 20 million views, 20 million views.
Will slowly adapt to his new appearance over time.
I feel like he probably told him.
Well, maybe. It's difficult to say as the situation is fairly unique, especially when considering Chris's reputation and influence. However, if Chris continues to transition, would it be unreasonable to say that he could jeopardize some of the personality traits which made him a successful member in the first place? Perhaps the opposite will happen.
What do you think? Would MrBeast kick off Chris? Just like, cause say if Chris like changes too much to the point, like, yeah, I have to look it up on TikTok right now. And then like MrBeast like won't be able to. Yeah, here it is. Like MrBeast won't be able to kick him off because then he'll just get flagged as a transphobe. I don't know.
You want a big boy? I need a big boy.
Like, it's just kind of odd. It's just a little odd. I don't know. Like, Chris could act the exact same. I don't think he needs to change his personality, but maybe this is who he always was. I don't know. That's just a little, it's just a little making him uncomfortable.
And he'll instead pick up new personality traits that better resonate with the current MrBeast audience.
Perhaps.
This was put forward in many comments supportive of Chris, who implied that there'll be millions of queer kids who look up to him, although this doesn't necessarily mean that it'll add any value to the videos. MrBeast has likely cultivated a massive LGBT audience, all of whom are already watching anyway, and if we've learned anything from Hollywood in recent years, it's that adding over-the-top LGBT characters for the sake of relatability rarely works as intended.
It's not like Chris is gay for real relatability.
Nothing more than a distraction from the premise of the movie or video. On top of this, it can be uncomfortable and unrelatable for the silent majority, although as we have seen, a situation like Chris's does have the potential to create an otherworldly amount of discussion,
that's
which could be
lot.
seen as a benefit for the MrBeast.
There's no way. Imagine if MrBeast orchestrated this. The MrBeast CIA files leak would be insane.
Drama is good for growth, 100%. That would be an easy way to up my
So you're a
Keemstar.
The problem is this type of situation is probably the last thing that MrBeast wants to attract, as he's forced to agree with Chris's position.
Yeah, it is edited together. I'm pretty sure. I've seen it before. Like, or not. Like, I haven't seen the full stuff, but I'm like talking to myself. There's no way like it's edited, like, or not edited. Like, hey, but that's what works on TikTok. You gotta have drama. You have intrigue and discussion and debate.
There's no way of manipulating the situation without being painted as the bad guy.
We'll see.
It's a lose-lose situation for MrBeast. I think Jimmy is in an inescapable situation. If he kicks out Chris, cancelled. If he don't, his channel will die.
What is this? And his channel won't die. 2, he doesn't kick out Chris. Like, he could get canceled,
but a pretty good way of describing the drama, which is.
But the title's insane. Why Chris will soon be a nightmare for MrBeast. It's kind of.
It deserves the harsh label of being a nightmare. Jimmy has no option but to publicly express acceptance of.
I think regardless if it was edited or not, you could just tell the atmosphere in the video was kind of like off.
Transition.
I think that's the point.
Silence or even worse, disapproval would come with obvious.
You disagree with what?
However, in accepting Chris's transition, Jimmy implies that this will be the new normal within the content, thus annoying a different group of people, many of whom will never express their true feelings and may rather simply click on fewer MrBeast videos. If this is the case, Jimmy has no option but to accept this fate, as removing Chris from the videos in any kind of way could create an even more severe media firestorm.
Yeah, people need time. True.
Should things go south, might be for Chris to resign himself, and even then rumors and bad press will be unavoidable. Whether it be arrogance or ignorance, Chris seems oblivious to how this whole thing might impact Jimmy, forgetting that he achieved his current level of success by avoiding this exact type of drama.
Maybe, but it's not drama, it's just who Chris is. Yeah, his friends having fun. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he treats Chris as if he's a character in a script. Exactly. This video is kind of like inaccurate. It's just because it's a business, but it's also just them just being people and friends. Sure, it's like scripted, but Chris being trans is not in the script. That's just life. Like, that's deep. That's deep. Anyway, my thoughts are just like, if you just be yourself, just don't like be weird about it and don't harm people because of it. Bada bing, bada boom. People are overreacting. Exactly.